A good Monday morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It is Monday, the 20th day of April. Good morning to Yulin, Jillian, Mary. Good morning. Good morning to the world. You're on the wake-up list this morning. Thank God for that. I am so thankful. Want to reach out and say good morning to Mommy Quinn. Yeah, Miss Quinn. Good morning, Miss Cadet. Good morning to the entire family. Nice. How was the weekend? Did you get enough rest? Well. It was all rest. I had no choice. Good morning. It's a good day to have a good day. It's Monday. And of course, that invention hasn't taken place as yet, where there's a day between Sunday and Monday called rest day. Because I'm very certain that even if that comes to pass, some of you will still find something to do on that rest day. So you know what? Just get up and get. But when the challenge, you've got the aches, you've got the pain. You're not alone. You're not alone. You must rise up. Yeah. Stand up. Good morning, Dr. Love. Mr. Christopher, how are you doing, Papi? Hope you're doing fine, yeah? Good morning to the folks inside of Mardi Gras and surrounding areas. Monica Meros Williams, good morning to you and Daddy Godwin. Sylvina Charles, good morning. Yolanda Swan, good morning to you. Mildred Smith, good morning. Shem Zamora Judy, good morning. Joan Brathwaite Batson, good morning. How are you doing? Nurse Pierre and your team at the ICU department, good morning. Good morning to all the doctors and nurses. Cello, good morning to you. Night nurse. Hope everybody's doing fine, yeah? Let's head into the word of the day today. Destined to win, overcomer. Blessed morning. Have a wonderful day. You too, my dear. But when the challenge comes. And the word of the day today, that word today is charismatic. Charismatic. It is spelled C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Charismatic. And what it means? It simply means having a compelling charm. Like Uncle Gary. Yeah. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The charismatic leader inspired his followers. Yeah. Good morning to all the politicians of the nation. Leader of His Majesty's Opposition, Honorable Emlyn Pierre, good morning to you and your team. Good morning to our Prime Minister, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and your team. Mr. Workman himself, the Honorable Andy Williams, good morning, bro. How are you doing? Good morning to you and the entire family. Good morning to your big brother. Yeah, your big brother. Killer Sounds, good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Our birthday coming up in September is coming. Sing! Holy Spirit. Take my soul. Remember, it's a good day to have a good day. You know, I'm just seeing on the obituaries there, Marcus Bowler. I was calling Marcus up to last Friday, not Friday gone, but Good Friday I was calling Marcus. Only to see him on the obituaries this morning, man. My goodness me. Denver Joseph says, top of the morning to Grenada. Following from New York, Monica Willie. Great morning to all of the Grenada. Blessings. Walland Aquat is with us. Says, pleasant morning, Mr. Joseph and the listening public. Stay safe. Yeah, we are. Monica says, Canada votes today. Can Barney pull this off? I know the trade war with the U.S. is going to be a very integral part of that vote today, man. Let your holy Coming up next, we've got the motivational tip of the day. Good morning, Debbie and family. Good morning, Moyaki and family. Rastiba. Everybody, Grislin, Ruben, good morning. Yoland, you're just coming on, girl. Nice. Ruben and his wife inside of Wester Hall, good morning. Shakil and everybody. Indian, what's up? The motivational tip of the day. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till your good gets better. Till your good is better and your better is best. I like this. That was the motto at the Tivoli RC school. Only your best is good enough. And I could remember my dear godmother and auntie-in-law, the late Rosamond Joseph, always saying that to me. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till your good is better and your better is best. Nice. So let wisdom. Good morning, Nadisha. How you doing? Gloriana John, good morning. So glad that you all can join with us this morning. It's a good day to have a good day, man. Forget the woes and the troubles and the trials just for a wee bit and soak in that moment of life. You might not have all what you want, but you might have all that you need, yeah? Oxygen, water, and even if you don't have the big chunks of meat, that's the flesh, you can always get some kalaloo. And no one is supposed to starve in Grenada. You understand what I'm saying? Kenitha Nelson, good morning. Veronica Sandy has just joined us. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning. Good morning, all from Crown City. Happy Monday, Crown City. That's where Satez, right? Nice. Satez, good morning. Mount Craven, Davy. Duquesne, good morning. Nice. 21 minutes on to the 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Let's see what's buzzing. All right. I forget I got to come here instead. Okay, well, a tribunal rules in favor of Grenlec workers and orders the re-engagement and compensation. In the region, PAHO director urges urgent action on immunization gaps amid recent outbreaks in the Americas. Internationally, U.S. could see millions more measles cases in 25 years if the vaccination rates drop. The study warns of that. And in sports, Carrico and Petey Matnick welcome their athletes. Well, there's another story that's buzzing too. It's not yet written in the news. I know you will get a comprehensive report on it in our midday edition. But there are reports of a fatal shooting happening in St. Mark yesterday. And I do not want to say what I don't know, so I'm going to wait on the news team to do their thorough investigation and present it in a proper news package to you, okay? So I don't want to get involved in what I've seen being said and so forth on Facebook and the social media platforms. No. I'm going to wait on my reliable news team, and they are going to give us a comprehensive report on what happened, how it happened, when it happened, maybe even why it happened. Want to reach out and say good morning to Lauren Salim out there in Hermitage. Hermitage, good morning. Good morning. Hermitage, good morning. Teacher Nolan and the folks up at Peggy Swim. Good morning, good morning. It's 19 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The folks in Mount Agnes, good morning. Esther and your son, good morning to you. Doggy, good morning. The folks in Palmrose. Corinth, Crushu, Lassa Jess, Malty, Content, Syracuse, Providence, Dawn, good morning to you and the family. Big J and family, good morning. Keem the Bassman, good morning. The folks inside of Dodma. You know, it's so important to just reach out and touch somebody, you know. sometimes that is all it takes to make someone change their perspective on the day. Auntie Elsa and Trev, how are you doing? Uncle Glide and all you good? Zavi and Zuri and the one to come. Skits, good morning. It's 18 minutes on to 7. There's a serious contention going on in Guyana, boy. Ooh. In the Double D Hotel. The Guyanese get mad. They burn down the hotel. Houses next door get burnt because the little girl was found in the swimming pool after they searched and searched and searched. All sorts of rumors are going around that she was used as sacrifice. And, oh my goodness. Michelle Daniel, good morning to you. Kenifel Nelson. Live Asali Group, good morning. How was it, Saraka? Danley Alexis, how was it, man? To all the busmen, the drivers, the conductors, most importantly, your passengers, good morning. Folks, don't forget you can still get your sweet surprise punch of cream. They've got the new flavor, the nutmeg. You got to check it out. Morning, Mr. McQueen and Mrs. McQueen. Toya, good morning. The folks in the Mohai, good morning, Nutsman, what's up? Say you're not a bad boy, you know, you just can't say no. Folks, tell you what, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Keeping up with the birds might mean time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Need to upgrade your home? Get new arrivals in dining. Plus, buy more and save more on bedroom sets and get an additional 10% on credit purchases of any bedroom set. Want quality products that provide value at the best prices backed by full warranty? We've got you. Plus, shop today and pay later with Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
This is the GBN Morning News for Monday, the 20th day of April. Tribunal rules in favor of Grenlec workers and orders re-engagement and compensation. In the region, PAHO director urges urgent action on immunization gaps amid recent outbreaks in the Americas. Internationally, the U.S. could see millions more measles cases in 25 years if vaccination rates drop, a study warns. And in sports, Carriacou and PD Martinique welcome their athletes. We've got the details to this and more right after these messages.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Share the great taste of Grace Foods.
Quality nutrition from generation to generation.
The goodness of Grace Foods.
Good morning. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. The Ministry of Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs has published the decision of a tribunal regarding a trade dispute between the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union and Grenlec, the island's sole electricity provider. The dispute, brought forward on behalf of employees Callista Brathwaite and Dwight Francis, centered on whether both workers had attained permanent status with the company after a series of short-term contracts. The tribunal ruled that the contracts issued to Ms. Brathwaite were effectively filling a permanent role, and under the Employment Act, she attained permanent status with Grenlec as of September 4th, 2023. Similarly, Mr. Francis was deemed to have gained permanent status on February 1st, 2024. The tribunal found that Grenlec's repeated issuance of short-term contracts circumvented the collective bargaining agreement with the union. As a result, Grenlec has been ordered to re-engage both workers immediately, provide them with the benefits and permanent employees, and compensate them for the period between their dismissal and re-engagement. The tribunal also ruled that Grenlec's decision not to rehire the employees constituted unfair dismissal under the Employment Act. Both parties were commended by the tribunal for the respectful conduct shown throughout the arbitration process. Farmers on the islands of Carriacou and PD Martinique are getting a helping hand thanks to Sol EC Limited, one of the nation's leading fuel companies. The company, through an initiative by Deanna Isaac, Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Carriacou and PD Martinique Affairs and Local Government, has donated essential farming tools such as hoes, cutlasses, and forks to support the agricultural sector. Kesha Noel, marketing manager at Sol EC Limited, said the company was moved to act after witnessing the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl. She added that the donation also ties in with the recognition of World Earth Day, during which they contributed seeds to boost food production. Senior Administrative Officer Diane Stanislaus welcomed the gesture, saying the supplies will help farmers prepare their lands, grow crops, and contribute to food security on the Sister Isles. Now that concludes the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they are straight ahead. Turning our attention now to news from around the region. Countries in the Americas are facing a resurgence of vaccine-preventable diseases, and the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, is calling for urgent action. Speaking ahead of Vaccination Week in the Americas, PAHO's director, Dr. Jabez Barbosa, warned that gaps in immunization coverage are fueling outbreaks of diseases such as measles and yellow fever. Dr. Barbosa revealed that confirmed measles cases worldwide topped 359,000 in 2024. In the Americas, over 2,300 cases have already been reported this year, a sharp rise from just 215 during the same period last year. 3 deaths have been confirmed, with another under investigation. While vaccination efforts have improved, with MMR vaccine coverage reaching 87% in 2023, 1.4 million children in the region still missed their measles shots. This year's vaccination week runs from April 26th to May 3rd under the theme, "Your decision makes a difference, immunization for all." An estimated 66.5 million vaccine doses are expected to be administered during the campaign. Dr. Barbosa also noted a concerning uptick in yellow fever, with 189 cases and 74 deaths reported so far this year. PAHO is working closely with countries to tackle vaccine hesitancy, strengthen immunization programs, and use digital tools to better monitor vaccination gaps. Dr. Barbosa emphasized that while Vaccination Week is vital, maintaining high coverage year-round is crucial to protecting the region's hard-won gains against deadly diseases. The regional launch will take place on April 28th in Panama, with activities planned across the Americas. Still in the region, the governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine, says the Caribbean is unlikely to feel the economic impact of new U.S. tariffs until later this year and into 2026. Speaking in Washington, D.C., following meetings with Caribbean finance ministers and the IMF, Antoine warned that the Caribbean community must reassess its dependence on Miami as a key logistics hub to avoid inflationary pressures. He explained that the region's heavy reliance on U.S. imports and American tourism could leave it vulnerable if the economic growth slows. The IMF's latest projections show a slight dip in growth for Latin America and the Caribbean in 2025 before a rebound in 2026. Antoine said CARICOM must urgently rethink its trade logistics, food security, and shipping systems, noting that current practices contribute to rising food costs and health issues like non-communicable diseases. He stressed that now is a critical moment for the region to invest in healthier, more affordable food options and build a stronger, more self-reliant supply chain. Looking further afield, health experts are raising new concerns about measles in the United States. A new study warns that if childhood vaccination rates continue to decline, measles could once again become endemic, meaning it would regularly spread throughout the communities. Measles was declared eliminated in the U.S. back in 2000 thanks to the highly effective MMR vaccine. But in recent years, vaccination rates have dipped, especially during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. Researchers from Stanford, Baylor, Rice, and Texas A&M universities have released a new model. It shows that at current vaccination levels, the U.S. could see more than 11 million measles cases over the next 25 years. If vaccination rates were to fall by 10%, the numbers could skyrocket, leading to over 51 million cases. Worse yet, other diseases like rubella, polio, and diphtheria could also re-emerge. Already this year, more than 900 measles cases have been reported across the country, the highest since the disease was eliminated, with the largest outbreak centered in West Texas. 3 people, including 2 children, have died. All were unvaccinated. Experts stress that at least 95% of the population needs to be vaccinated to prevent outbreaks. They are urging families to stay up to date with routine childhood vaccinations to avoid what they describe as a potential public health crisis. And finally, U.S. President Donald Trump has suggested that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky might be willing to cede Crimea to Russia as part of a peace deal. This comes despite Ukraine's repeated stance against any territorial concessions. Trump made the statement after a brief meeting with Zelensky at the Vatican, where he urged Russian President Vladimir Putin to stop shooting and sign a deal to end the ongoing war, suggesting this could be done within 2 weeks. However, Ukrainian officials have made it clear that discussions about territory will only come after a ceasefire is in place. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius also warned Ukraine against agreeing to any deal that would involve sweeping territorial concessions, calling such a proposal a capitulation. The U.S. has been pushing for a peace agreement, but the details remain unclear, with reports suggesting that the U.S. may be proposing a deal that includes recognizing Russia's annexation of Crimea and limiting Ukraine's NATO ambitions. On the other hand, European leaders and Ukraine insist that any discussions on territory should happen only after a ceasefire. This comes as Russia continues to control nearly 20% of Ukrainian territory following its invasion in 2022, and ongoing peace talks have yet to yield significant results. That's the regional and international news. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The recent performances of Carriacou and Pedimatnik athletes at the 2025 Carifta Games have brought a much-needed boost to the Sister Isles, still recovering from Hurricane Beryl. Speaking to the young athletes, Honorable Tevin Andrews, Minister for Carriacou and Pedimatnik Affairs and Local Government, said their achievements have truly uplifted the spirits of the people. Athletes Jurel Clement and Delon Logan were welcomed home with cheers, hugs, and a motorcade celebration organized by the Ministry's Division of Sports, led by senior coach Imran George. Although not present, D'Angelo Brown, a U.S.-based Grenadian with kayak roots, was also honored for his performance. Minister Andrews commended the athletes and pledged improvements to sporting facilities to further develop young talent. He also recognized the efforts of Trevor McIntosh, whose initiative allowed Clement and Logan to secure athletic scholarships in Jamaica. Parents and community leaders also voiced their pride. Logan's father praised the government's increased financial support for students, while Sharon Bristol, speaking on behalf of Clement's mother, encouraged athletes to stay focused and continue striving for excellence. The 2025 Carifta Games, held at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Trinidad, saw Grenada earn 13 medals overall, with 5 coming home from Carriacou and Pedimatnik athletes. Brown won gold in the under-20 boys 1500 meters and silver in the 800 meters. Logan secured silver in the discus throw and bronze in the shot put, while Clement claimed silver in the under-20 boys decathlon. That's the sports at this time. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 13.6 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28.2 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 75%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.1 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27.2 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, no rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA, hence the total for the month remains at 59.9 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be generally fair with a few light afternoon showers. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 30.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high around 10:30 a.m. and tides will be low around 10:30 a.m. and high about 3:30 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:20. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:48. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be generally fair with a few light afternoon showers. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thank you. Same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Get money when you want, almost anywhere you want, send money over with Western Union.
This is Woo, oh, oh, oh. This is Woo. It's Western Union. Send to your friends and your family. With Western Union, we're moving money. No matter where you are, you will never fall.
Get money when you want, almost anywhere you want, send money over.
Move it for better.
Western Union, moving money for better.
It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. A tribunal rules in favor of Grenlec workers, orders re-engagement and compensation. In the region, PAHO director urges urgent action on immunization gaps amid recent outbreaks in the Americas. Internationally, U.S. could see millions more measles cases in 25 years if vaccination rates drop, study warns. And in sports, Carriacou and Petite Martinique welcome home their athletes. Now, that has been the morning edition of news for today, Monday, the 28th day of April. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly a kite near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No, you shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Grenada
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Juice.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and pharmacy is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Skin
All right, folks, it's 12 minutes gone past 7 o'clock. It's time for the conversation. There is a guest that is, frequent every Monday morning with us, and I have not seen that guest as yet. I'm not saying that they are not coming, but I haven't seen them as yet. So what we'll do, we'll start the conversation, get along, and when that guest does show up, then we'll take that commercial break and make that switch. All right, so let's talk this morning. How was the weekend? What happened in your neck of the woods over the weekend? I do not want to initiate any specific topic this morning. I want to give you the opportunity to report to me on what happened over the weekend. Hearing a number of things. I heard of an accident in Grenada or somewhere. I don't have any confirmed information on it. I also heard of a shooting incident in St. Mark. I'm hearing of a lot of little accidents here and there. But is there anything significant that happened in your neck of the woods that you want to, share this morning, or something that you want to highlight? You want to bring it to the relevant authorities' attention? You can do so. Give me a call, 435-2041. I want to say good morning to Elvin and the team at the Curry Pot. Good morning, good morning. Also, good morning to you, Erlin, all the way in the U.S. Good morning, and let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much, President. Good morning. I don't really want to share anything that has happened in my neighborhood or whatnot, etc. But the truth is here, I just tend to hate to hear people calling and criticizing people who are so educated. Like, for example, last Friday, and Mr. Rolo is always bringing up a point, and I am free to call his name because, him and I, we know each other, we go back a long way. But, to have people, I believe that people should stop the idea of calling and criticizing him, especially because he's speaking something so valid, so important. The Constitution. We have a problem in Grenada, and we talk about transparency and accountability and whatnot, etc. And I'm just not seeing that in its true sense from this present administration. It has been this way for a long time, and I think and I hope, because when I did try to make mention, of the few people who were prepared to accept the wrongs, because the wrongs have been going on for so long, and that we should accept it because whatnot. That is totally unacceptable. Well, thank you very much, and have a good day.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. You have a great day. Likewise, it's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. Want to reach out and say good morning to Doc and Candy and Josiah all the way in Winterpeg. It's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, and it boils back to the point that the caller just made. I am of the opinion that everyone has an opinion, and it is important that they voice their opinion. Now, people have different temperaments and tones, all right? And I do not get myself caught up in getting offended because of someone's tone. What I look at is the message. Okay, so many people, meet me and, try to, get in my head that, this particular individual has rough you up too much and might have a rough tone, but that's okay with me. I grew up with an aunt that knew roughness. When Auntie Anne spoke, is rough. You understand? But she loved me. And so I don't get too disturbed with people's tones. I listen to the message. That's what I am focused on, and I don't have any problems with that. So yes, give me a call, 435-2041. That's the number. Share anything that something that is happening in your neighborhood. The rainy season is going to be here shortly. It's a good opportunity if you're living in an area that is prone to flash floods and so forth, and you think you want the relevant authorities to come and maybe clear out a river or something like that. You can do that. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program, man.
Thanks. And good morning to your listeners.
And viewers.
I want to beg to differ with the caller that just called. This is a public thing. It happens also on Facebook. people make all kind of ridiculous comments and statements and posts, and someone would counter it, and others, they would come and say, that is my right. Yes, it's your right, but it's also the person's right when you make ridiculous statements, when you say ridiculous things that are not true, when you sound offensive. People have the right to respond. You are not living by yourself. The statement that you make is not for yourself. You are making it to others. So they would obviously respond. I want to say to that everybody has that right. We should give them that right. The right to speak. That is a fundamental constitutional right. But you also have to be prepared that when you make statements, when you make posts on Facebook and wherever, Instagram and whatever, wherever you make statements, you are entitled to have people responding to it if they're not in agreement with it. It's not that they're against you expressing your view, but they're not in harmony with what you are saying or doing. And I have in the past criticized Mr. Rolo in the manner in which he delivers. He makes some excellent contribution. I am in support of him as it relates to constitutional reform in Grenada. All right? But you yourself, Innocent, has also said that there are sometimes you become repulsive. You become repetitive. Because people have heard, we know, everybody knows that we want some constitutional reform in Grenada. Right? But how do you go about doing it because of the requirement in the Constitution? All right? We have a right. The people of Grenada have a right to speak. However, people also have a right to rebut. If what you are saying, just like how I speak here, people could rebut me. Come on. People can rebut what I'm saying. And that is a right also. So I want to clear that point this morning. And the Saraka was good.
Okay.
Sorry you was not there.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Folks, it's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Respect for one another's opinions and so forth. And, all right, I've just been told that our guest is here. So we take that commercial break and we'll be back. After this, we've got a riser coming on. We'll be back.
My name is Pianki Toussaint. I am a proud representative of the Maggie brand and by extension Bryden and Miners. And I'm here to tell you that we are very excited to be once again the title sponsor of the GBN Maggie King of the Grill. This is an event that we have partnered with for well over a decade. It's a family fun environment. It's a great way to taste the culinary exploits of some of Grenada's finest chefs. And I'm telling you, if you're not there, you're missing out on something grand, right? This is something that our brand, Maggie, a household name, your culinary partner, is very, very happy to be a part of. And you'll get to see some exciting, not just see, but also taste some delicious and exciting things from us on that day as well. So we are looking forward to having you at the GBN Maggie King of the Grill. See you there.
Get ready, Grenada. The Maggie King of the Grill is back and bigger than ever. On Saturday, June 7th, Monroe's Playing Field transforms into the ultimate battleground for grill masters. Think you got what it takes? Then fire up those grills and show your skills. Registration closes Friday, April the 11th. So don't miss your chance to compete for that sizzling prize and bragging rights. It's food, fun, and flavor, all powered by Maggie. To register, call 407-8458. Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules. See you there.
The ultimate.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 23 minutes after 7 o'clock, and my good friend from Ariza is here, Josephine. Good morning, Jojo.
Good morning, my dear.
How are you?
Good.
I could see
How you
that.
do?
I could see it on your hair. Yes.
Oh, the hair is a little different from the last time you've seen
Of course.
That's true.
Yes,
That's very true.
Yes. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Awesome.
How was yours?
Restful, doctor's orders and stuff. You know, I'm very obedient with the doctor.
Well,
you know,
take your rest.
Got to do what
It's
I got to do.
necessary.
Yes. So, we want to get into the meat of the matter because you're pressed and I am pressed here too. So, so let's get to it. For the last couple of weeks, we have been looking at loans.
Yes.
Herschel came on 2 occasions and we were talking about loans and the prerequisites and all the things but we want to get into actual loan application this morning.
Yes.
Could you walk us through
a
that?
little bit of a nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
So thanks Innocent. Now before I get into that, I want to say that the way you access a loans officer has become different. So we no longer just make appointments. You walk in.
Just walk in and
It's just walk-ins. Yeah?
Wow.
It's just walk-ins. Now, that doesn't say that after your initial contact, your loans officer may not make an appointment for you.
Okay.
That may be different. Because what if there's something that you need to bring, and when you come back to sign up the documents, no need to sit there, right? That should be ready,
right?
And you have a specific time to come in. So bear with us if when you come in, your loans officer is wrapping up with someone, or they may be able to take you to another cubicle so that we could expedite your process and you can leave while the other person waits just a tiny bit. And we all have to understand this is to try to accommodate everyone, as many people as possible. Now you have people, for example, who live in St. Andrew, they work in St. George's. What do? You don't want to keep them back. This St. George's is where they can conduct their business. They have one little window, their lunchtime.
Yeah.
They really don't want to set them back any. And I'm not saying that the system is flawless. It may be that you get in and every loans officer is occupied and you have a little wait. In which case, it doesn't mean that the receptionist wouldn't say to you, okay, Miss So-and-so may be able to see you tomorrow at XYZ. Okay?
Miss Jilks.
Yes, you can make. And with the business loans, they tend to be a little different because they may be a little more detailed. So let's work with the loans officers because we are doing this to accommodate you. We realize there's a lot of backup when you have appointments and people come in and they fret, maybe rightfully so, because I have an urgent need and I'm qualified. I know I'm fully qualified, but I can't get to see someone. So we've rejigged the system so that people can be accommodated.
You made I know we're pressed for time, but there's something critical that you raised there. That window of opportunity.
That window,
and
yes.
It's something that I've always been talking about. We have to revolutionize our way of business in Grenada, because why would institutions open 8 and close 4? And that is the time when everybody works.
Yes.
So what happens to the people who work? So we have to do business on Saturdays and Sundays.
So
yeah.
Well, you see in the critical times, in the very busy times, that we do fantastic Saturdays and things like that.
But
right?
we really have to we have to rethink that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is knowing what you want and setting yourself up for what you want.
Right.
So here's what I'm going to say. Now, if you've been working for a period of time, your salary comes to us. We are certain that you're working. So you don't really need to bring the job letter.
So the job letter is no longer an absolute necessity?
Well, I'm saying we probably would not demand it because your salary is coming in. You're working for over 2 years. 2 years is a crucial one there, right? You're not on contract because we may need to see the terms and conditions. But you've been a public servant, let's say, for 5 years. We know that. We could go back into the records and see that.
That you have a constant and consistent salary.
Right? So what we really would need from you is your 2 most current pay slips, because who knows if you're no longer with the government, okay? So your 2 most current pay slips, your NIS statement, you're making your contributions to NIS. Okay? Proof of the purpose of the loan. So suppose you have a hire purchase elsewhere and you'd like to consolidate, you just want to pay them off, then you're going to bring your balance as at that date, your payoff, as it were. You may want to add something to that because you're doing a little sprucing up at home, or you suppose it was furniture, but you want to add to that a stove. Okay? So bring everything that you need so that your loans officer doesn't have to ask for something else. Very often we keep ourselves back and then we say the loans officer was slow and I have to come back and I'm tired and I'm fed up. No. So let's not do that to ourselves. Now, in the case of the vehicle loans, if it's a new vehicle, you need the quotation from the seller. So you're going to Steels, you're going to Huggins, you're going to McIntyre. I don't want to make sure I leave out anybody. Ron and them, new vehicle, you are going to get your quotation from them, right? You need comprehensive insurance quotation. So you go to one of your insurance companies that you're comfortable with and you get the insurance quotation based on the value of your vehicle. And you also need to walk with a copy of your driver's license. Why would you leave that home? We have to be sure that.
Yeah, we're selling a vehicle to somebody.
Listen, if you are at a place where you can do your copy as a, you just bring the evidence and the photo. Everything is. Yeah. Now, if it's a used vehicle, you need your sales agreement. So you're selling a vehicle to me, a used vehicle. We have to agree. We have to have an agreement. According to Mr. Diali, you should remember it could be an exercise paper that we're writing it on,
Yes.
But it must be an agreement that bears both of our signatures. Because you're selling me this vehicle at $45,000. I am agreeing to purchase it at $45,000. So there must be an area for the seller and an area for the buyer. Now, you also need your bill of sale, right? Your quotation, in that case, is a valuation. So we need your valuation because you can say the vehicle, I'm buying your vehicle at $45,000, but what is the market value of it?
Right.
What's the actual value?
And that lends into the security for
of course the security. Yeah. Because if for some reason you want to sell that vehicle 5 months down the road, you paid $45 and it's worth $35.
Yeah.
Yes? So when you come, you can expect us to inspect. We have persons who will go and inspect the vehicle for obvious reasons to determine whether the vehicle is in
and not
the
only
condition
that
you see.
For insurance purposes too, if you buy it for $45 and when the insurance evaluates it to give you the premium, it's $20,000. When it crashes,
that's it.
You get
you're gone belly
for what
up.
its value.
Yeah, you get the $20,000 and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? So your driver's license. Now what you should do is prep. You can also always come in and get your statement of income and expenditure form because for every loan you are going to need that. So prep that document. Yeah? Food, entertainment, utilities, housing, other loans, whatever it is. So you advance yourself so that by the time we get to issuing the loan, you don't have that many problems, difficulties. You go for this, you have to come back for that, and then you think it's a tedious process. But it's not if you know what you want. So I would say, if for some reason you didn't get everything that I said this morning, you can send, and you should send, to loans@arisecu.com. Send an email. Let them know. I've seen, I don't want to call a brand name and give anyone any
unpaid advertisement.
And one over the other.
Yes.
We deal with all of the companies.
Yes.
But you see this vehicle at this cost and you'd like a loan for the vehicle, let us tell you this is what you need in this particular instance. Your interest rate, we could probably do the calculations right there and then. So you know already whether you'd be comfortable or uncomfortable. And there is that 10% that you're going to have there.
Even for
security.
new vehicles?
Yes, as security for the loan. You find that we can waive a percentage of it, as you say, depending on the age of the vehicle and so. But
That's
generally speaking, there is a little flexibility. But generally speaking, that's what it is. So the numbers to call again is 432 songs that's 423-4987. Meaning that's a WhatsApp number. So you send a WhatsApp and someone is going to get back to you. So save yourself time. Know that when you call, you're not going to get an appointment unless, well, that's on the discretion of the officer. The officer may see a window where they can say, okay, I'll squeeze you in here. It may be them taking their lunchtime to do that for you. Eh? We also have to recognize that loans officers do these things, right? Just to make it easy for you. You may be traveling. I have seen that happen already. Or the seller was traveling and this deal had to go through. So an officer, I won't call her name, but thank you so much. It was a friend of mine, explained his situation and she stayed after work to ensure that he got the loan before the person took off. And so this is basically what you need. Okay. Right? So ensure that you have your documents and you are comfortably positioned so that when you get to your officer, it's not as time consuming and you don't have to run back and forth trying to get it done.
Okay. I think that is simple enough.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. I mean, some key points there. You can just walk in now. Yes. And it's not guaranteed that you'll have an appointment at that time, but somebody would hear you.
Somebody would see you at least.
And the issue of having to present a job letter, that is.
Yeah, that's standard. That's
you can. Once your salary is going through the credit union for over a period of 2 years.
XYZ years. But I mean, it's under 2 or just around 2. Yeah. What if you change job? You have to bear that in mind. Yes, we look at continuity. So it's not as if there's a gap in your working. You're free to go from one job to another. So there may not be a gap, but we also need to see the terms and conditions of your new employment. Suppose you are being employed on a 6-month contract. We also need to know how we can jig that, right? So we need these things from you, and it will make the process a more seamless one.
Ariza working with the people as always.
Why not?
Yes, of course.
People helping people.
That's it. That's
yes.
it. And I
will not forget that that's what we're all about.
I wish all institutions took that founding principle to heart.
And we must.
Yeah.
We must.
And don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk with it.
We don't forget where we came from,
Yes.
21 people, 8 people in a little building on Church Street.
Yeah. That's how it started, yeah. And here it is today.
What, 77 years ago?
Yeah. Josephine, thank you always. And
thank you so much for accommodating us.
To be cautious in driving down. I know you're busy, but please.
Yes.
All right. It's better to be late.
Yes. And let me say hello to all of the teachers and students and everyone involved in the education system this morning, the cooks and the cleaners and the Ministry of Education. And it's back to school time. Drivers, be careful on the road. Yeah. We do not wish to have anyone getting damaged. And the pedestrians crossings.
Yeah,
the mother in me has to say that.
Yeah, the traffic
Come on, guys. You need to but we need to be careful too. The pedestrians crossings are for the pedestrians to be able to cross.
All right. And Sylvina says, tell Josephine, Katisha said she did not see her in church yesterday.
Katisha. Oh, hi, Katisha. Yes, I did visit another church.
Okay.
You see, people are keeping tabs on me.
Yeah.
And that's, hi, Katisha. It's wonderful to hear from you. Yes, I didn't go to church yesterday. That's true. That's Miss Charles, my little sweetheart.
Yes, okay.
Yes, Katisha is my little sweetheart.
I didn't see you in church yesterday.
You didn't? Well, see, I couldn't be in all churches. But I did go.
Right.
Yes?
Have a good one.
Okay, my dear. Have a lovely day.
Folks,
and a beautiful week. And enjoy the holiday.
Of course,
Thursday.
Thursday's actually holiday?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
First of May. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I hope so are you.
When I was a teacher, I looked forward to that, man. The Mayday Jam.
The Mayday Jam.
Fantasia.
Hey, but you're a worker. And why not?
It's too old for that.
I find you're getting older. I was about to say.
Yeah, you're too old for that. Folks, we'll take that break. We'll be back. That was it with Ariza and going out and be a part of that community. We take a break. We'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary, Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio. The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM, 98.5, 98.7. With yours truly, Gary, Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
This is a for you. From February 1st, these bags are not to be used when shopping for food. So here's what you should do. Refuse plastic. Instead, bring your own reusable shopping bags and say goodbye to plastic. Choose to refuse plastic. Walk with your reusable shopping bags and help protect pure Grenada from plastic pollution. A message from the Ministry of Climate Resilience.
So you can... Or give us... Showtime 7. David Pharmacy. Caribbean.
All right, folks, I urge you, get your tickets to go see Breaking Out. I mean, just the commercial alone has me cracking up. Robert at his very best. You love me and you're haunting me. All right, folks, let's get back to the conversation, all right? The lines are open again. Thanks to Miss Josephine for being with us and sharing that information every Monday morning. We look forward to that. Unfortunately, I did not see that question before. Is it easier to get a car loan than loan for home repairs? I would have loved to have Josephine answer that question, but I did not see that. So we can continue with our conversation. Anything that you'd like to raise, give me a call. The number is 435-2041. That's the number. It's 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Saying good morning to you, Reverend Samuel Caesar, and the folks out there in East Flatbush, New York. Crossroads Radio, always locked on. So good to have you with us. All right, so the conversation resumes. Give me a call, 435-2041. Let's go back. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome. You need to turn down the volume at what's in the back, please. Hello? All right, 435-2041. That's the number to call. My good friend Judy Benoit, you and the entire household, the entire family, good morning. I know we have to touch base. Let's try and do that sometime during the course of the day. Yep. What is happening in your neck of the woods? What has happened there over the weekend that you'd like to bring to the fore? This is your opportunity. It's 17 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I don't know how many of you are following that situation in Guyana with the 11-year-old young girl that allegedly drowned, and I have to use the word allegedly in a big way because following the story from its inception, I really have to say alleged. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, I've been trying for ages to get to your program.
Say that again?
I've been trying for ages to get to your program.
Oh, well, welcome at last. You see, never give up.
Yeah. Well, something I want to complain about. I don't care about anybody. Do we have a post office in Grenada?
A post office?
Yeah.
Yes, I know there are many sub-offices and there are...
yeah. Well, I waste so much money on my mobile phone, phoning the people. Is no mail coming to Hermitage at all.
In Hermitage?
Yeah.
Isn't there a sub-office in Hermitage?
No.
Okay.
It's supposed to be in Tivoli.
In Tivoli? Okay.
Yeah. I live not far from Mr. Tilman Thomas.
Okay.
And a phone. They say they'll get back to me, they'll take the complaint. And I'll give you a joke which is on my life. My nephew posters come to me and I get 8 water letter for him, water post. What was it? 8 letters.
From Nawasa, right?
So I was thinking about getting that on the scandal sheet. Well, the government is no post coming at all.
Okay. So how do you usually get your mails then?
Well, what was in Hermitage? Well, he would get it. It's every 3 months and 4 months.
Okay.
And they're supposed to have people walking, sorting and delivering it.
Right, yeah. I know there are some post people that deliver mails.
Yeah. But that technical postal service is terrible in Guinea, especially for Hermitage.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll raise that with Mr. Randall Robinson. He's the person responsible for the Postal Corporation. He's my good friend. I'm going to raise that with him personally, okay?
Yeah, I would like you to do that because nothing coming in Upper Hermitage at all.
Okay. All right.
How could you get 8 water bill? That means 8 months,
Oh yeah. Okay, well, I hear your concern, and I promise that I will speak with Mr. Robinson on that, and I do hope that the matter is regularized as soon as possible, okay?
Yeah, do that for me, please.
I will. Okay, have a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, good, bye-bye. Folks, it's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Mr. Robinson, We have to talk, all right? Let's have a chat. Good morning to you and the folks at the Grenada Postal Corporation. 435-2041. Spice Quinn is with us. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cicely Blackman is with us also. All right, a comment that came in on our WhatsApp. Innocent, as a former teacher, you should be aware of the concept of the hidden curriculum, where students learn things that were not intended, often from the tone of the teacher in his presentation. The message is lost in the angry tone of Mr. Rollo. Okay, good morning, caller. Welcome. Caller, good morning. Welcome to the program. Okay, we've lost that. 435-2041. All right. Yep. Good morning. Congrats to Kirani coming fourth. Still up there with the fastest runners in the world. All the best. Coming from Heather. Yeah, Kirani had a good race over the weekend. All right. Was it over the weekend? Yeah. All right, so the number's 435-2041. You can also call via the WhatsApp platform. We can accommodate your call there as well. Good morning, Erlin, once again, and all those of you out there in the diaspora. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
I'm good. I have life.
Well, where there is life, there is hope.
Yes, we all know that.
Yeah, all right.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was quiet, restful, you know. How was yours?
I was just quiet, go to church and come back and just relax a bit.
Well, that's the best way to spend the weekend.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't get water for the weekend.
What's your location?
Well, in Lacalone, but I'm in Pelmata presently.
Okay, you didn't get water?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes these things happen, you know. Now I said they're trying, but they never, you know, no one gets it 100% anytime, eh?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that you save your water, store up your water, and so forth. But thank God we ain't getting such a dry spell this year, right?
It's true, it's wonderful.
Yeah, we're having a good season.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
Time to change, so do men.
Yes. Okay.
But
all right.
Excuse, I called to let you know. I heard your program. You see, if we prefer to take a loan for a vehicle, right? At this present time, at the moment, I think that is good for me.
Oh, a vehicle loan?
Yes.
Hey, well, just walk down in the credit union, man. Go on.
All right.
Yes, go and ask for Mr. Whiteman or Miss Jilks or any of the officers. They will help you.
All right. Okay.
All right?
Yes, I do. All right,
All right, have a good day.
You too, bye.
All right, bye-bye. Good, bye-bye. Yeah, go down and get a loan, man. Folks, it's 10 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Credit unionism at its best. People helping people. Yeah, that's what the credit union movement is all about. All right, he says, good morning, Innocent. A big congratulations to the Pan Expressions champions, Nexa New Dimension Still Orchestra, and to all the still orchestras that took part in the events. Let's keep the still pan music alive. I agree. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Oh, yes, good morning to you once again, Doc.
How you doing, man?
Just quiet, you know.
How was the weekend?
Well, good enough. How's yours?
Well, restful as always, you know. That's what the doctors order for Innocent on weekends, rest.
Yes, please do that because we need you all the time.
All right.
I'll tell you something. I have to come to the defense of Mr. Ruler this morning because I know him very well. Now, when someone like Mr. Ruler, well informed, well versed in matters, you know, knowing things to be done and can be done and not being done, sometimes, yes, you become anxious. I sometimes become anxious, but I control. So we have to understand, let's not really try to pull down Mr. Rulo, well-informed individual, and forget his tone, but listen to what he says. Very important. I do the Constitution, I deal with the economy, and some people get upset with me. You see, but when we have this critical area, those are the things we have to focus on because that is what we have to do in order to have this country being what it should be.
Okay.
But I want to go back to Africa because I made some calls over the months to Africa and to the citizens of the world to counter come forward and assert themselves and take these countries from the various leaders who is not going the people's way. And Africa, I believe, heard the call. And I want to applaud the new African leaders for their stance in trying to pull back from the West and to manage the country. Control your resources. Use your resources for the development of your people, the country. Okay. So I want to compliment the new African leaders for doing so. And we in the Caribbean, our leaders, have to take a page of the new Africans because we are too subservient. Yeah? Okay. We are too laid back, and as a result of that, they are going to do us what, and they continue to do us what they want. We have to stop this.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one yourself. Folks, it's 7 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's take our final commercial break in this segment, and we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Stomp out careless or intentional bushfires, dead out. Youths, hunters, smokers, let's prevent bushfires. Here's why.
Yeah, bushfires. The shoreline's wet, crops should be bushfires. Can lead to food scarcity, threatened biodiversity, cause water shortage, water calamity. Bushfires in watersheds deplete water quality, threaten property, life and security. Bushfires set intentionally, water insanity.
Bushfires can cost millions in losses annually and are often caused by careless or intentional actions indictable under the law. Forests are life-giving. Save them. A message from the Fire Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force and the Caribbean Open Trade Support.
You know, one day, she woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Bigger and or email us at loans@next. You again.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, sir. Morning, listeners and viewers. I was prompted to call because when you could have mentioned Africa, and Africa is dear to me. What I have noticed, though, is that the progress that has been made or the positive things that have been done in Africa from a political and economic point of view have been treated with snubs by most of the leaders and to a large extent our people too. For instance, some people think that the Prime Minister of Barbados is the hottest kid on the block, me, I must say. But I keep on asking them, has she expressed any solidarity with the Sahel countries, particularly Burkina Faso, who is facing all kinds of problems because they decide to take matters in their hands and regain their sovereignty? There have been almost about 20, close to 20 attempted assassination against Ibrahim Traoré. In fact, to me, he's the new Fidel Castro because, of course, the Americans made over 300 efforts to destroy Fidel Castro. They were successful in doing that to Hugo Chavez and some others, but so far, so good for Ibrahim Traoré. I ask people, tell me name of 10 African countries, and most people can name more than 3. We need to, people talk about education, we need to educate ourselves about ourselves. And we still bleach, we still braid and so on with other people's product. We need to really understand that we has been and will be the future of the world. Right now, I'm talking about, and as Kwame Nkrumah said, I'm not African because I was born in Africa. I'm African because Africa has been born in me. We try to deny that. We try to pretend. We fight against it. And then because we're trying to be good second-hand Europeans in all kinds of ways, whether it's the way we dress up as judges and others, and other in the regalia of the clergy and so on, all these are European. Recently, activity that people put a lot of effort in staging was abruptly stopped because somebody in Europe died. I tell you, we're not concerned about the effort of our people. Luckily, some people decide to ignore that. Thank you, Gronroy. I really love your stand on that. Thank you also, let me not bother more people. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you very much for your contribution. And with that, we pull the curtains down on the program this morning. Thank each and every one of you for contributing and participating one way or the other. If the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another conversation tomorrow. Until then, stay good. Remember, it's a good day to have a good day. The BBC is up next.